Hey everyone, welcome to EQ Labs. Well, the story of how we built our first international studio anyway. CPZ, Rose and Molly Boy, co-owner of EQ Labs, and this is the tale of how a humble basement in Sweden became our V1 studio. Oh, and fun fact, we were building this at the same time as our first EQ Labs studio in Huntsville, Alabama. Double the chaos, double the fun. Spoiler alert, it involved a lot of drywall, a very pregnant wife, and way too many trips to Copenhagen. Let's dive in. Phase 1, the dream begins. So here's where it all started. Back in 2013, I was juggling life between Huntsville, Alabama, and Landskrona, Sweden. My wife Rose and I decided to take the plunge and turn this old basement into something epic. Now, it wasn't the worst situation in the world, but it did come with its challenges, like a little mold and some outdated plumbing. But hey, we're dreamers, and dreamers don't let a few obstacles stop them. While I was still touring with my group G-Side in the States, Rose was holding it down in Sweden. Oh, and did I mention she was pregnant with our first son, Caden? Yeah, she's a superhero. We planned everything remotely, and I designed these AI renders to visualize our dream studio. Spoiler, the real thing turned out even better. Phase 2, demolition and drama. We tore down falling walls, rerouted plumbing, and dealt with the mold situation. It was messy, it was chaotic, and it was the perfect way to start. Phase 3, building the bones. Next up, framing the walls and adding studio-quality sound absorption. We used a double drywall technique to keep sound out and heat in, because Swedish winters are no joke. Oh, and shout out to the subfloor we installed to minimize vibrations, because nothing says professional studio like a floor that doesn't shake when you drop the bass. Phase 4, electricity and aesthetics. Now it was time to deal with the electricity. Rose had to rewire the entire house because, well, it was old. Like probably wired when ABBA was still together old. We also sealed the brick walls, painted, and started thinking about flooring. Big shout out to our homies Verse 2 for helping out. You guys are legends. Phase 5, the booth and the desk. With the basics done, it was time to get creative. We designed a recording booth that fit the limited space, and Rose marked tape on the floor while video chatting me for approval. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Then came the custom studio desk, built to fit the room perfectly. It's not just a desk, it's the command center for all our music magic. Phase 6, gear galore. Now for the fun part, gear shopping. We went to Copenhagen to pick out the best of the best. Universal audio interfaces, dangerous audio gear, and these gorgeous equator monitors that we fell in love with while recording in New York. Yeah, they were expensive, but hey, you can't put a price on perfection. Shout out to Oli for helping us make it happen. Phase 7, do-it-yourself sound panels. I even tried my hand at building sound absorption panels and diffusers. And you know what? I didn't do half bad for my first try. Who needs IKEA when you've got a dream and a power drill? Phase 8, the first sessions. Once the studio was ready, the magic started happening. My rap homie Giamain was our first international visitor, and he brought the heat. Artists from all over Scandinavia came through to collaborate, and even the town's mayor stopped by to wish us well. It was surreal, like, hey, we actually pulled this off. Phase 9, the legacy. We stayed in that basement for 7 years, hosting hundreds of local and international artists. It was a grind, but it was worth every second, and now we've moved into our new and improved V2 commercial space. But this basement will always be where it all began. And with that, our transformation from a basement to a professional recording studio is complete. It's been a wild ride filled with laughter, sweat, a few tears, a lot of learning, even some injuries, but mostly a whole lot of music. We poured everything into this project, and it's been a labor of love every step of the way. As I look back on this journey, I'm struck by how much heart and soul went into every decision we made. From the gear we chose to the colors we painted the walls. It's hard to believe that it all started just a few years ago with a shared passion for music and a basement that looked like this. Thanks for joining me on this journey. If you're into studio design, music tech, or just love a good underdog story, make sure to follow us on Instagram and YouTube. And remember, it's not just about the destination, it's about the journey. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Big thanks to all our supporters and collaborators who made this journey possible. We wouldn't be here without you. Until next time, peace.